We're at the Headies Brunch with Pretty Boy Dio.
One of my people. Shout out Hiptv, shout out Nigeria, live from Nigeria. We're nominated this year, Headies was nominated me, I have to win. So,
that's right.
You know, that's why I'm here, best reggae dancer. Shout out Hiptv, shout out my guys, shout out everybody.
Okay, I love the energy. So the Headies are going to be in the United States for the first time in 15 years. How do you feel about that?
I'm happy, that's good. It shows how big the awards is getting. This is like the biggest ceremony in Nigeria. So I'm happy for them, I will be there.
Man, it's such an honor to be here. It's the Headies, come on now. Man, we talking about Afro beats, it gets no better. So this is why we're here, man, to support good people with good energy and the Headies.
It's a great thing, bring the culture to LA, to the world.
Yeah, I feel good, I feel like a push forward.
Thanks.
As Afrobeats artists in LA, you know you guys are kind of like pioneering a new wave. Afrobeats is gaining a lot of movement out here. How do you guys feel like you guys can contribute and add on to the movement of Afrobeats?
Just continue being us, really. Just being Nigerian, being African in LA, representing the culture, just pushing the culture forward. So that's what we want to do. Bring it to the limelight of the world.
It's amazing to see what Afrobeats has been doing. Back in the days when I was growing up, you know, nobody wanted to listen to Afrobeats. In fact, we were even scared to speak the African dialect or the language. Now it's transitioned, it's actually what we call pop culture. Everybody's into Afrobeats. It's been played in clubs, been played in cars. It's literally, I mean, everywhere. So I think the transition with our music, making it more generic and global, is amazing. And I think Headies has a lot to play in that.
Afrobeats right now is an undeniable movement. For it traveling over to the US, I think it gives us more inspiration to make our music different, because, you know, we have R&B, we have pop, we have hip hop, but it gives us more culture to diverse our sound, because now you see American rappers and American R&B singers, they're diving into that Afrobeat movement now. So that's very important.
You know, that's the greatest thing about Afrobeats, and it's about the culture. So knowing that the culture is so important to be able to cross over from one country to another, I mean, God's hand is all in it, so it's a beautiful thing.
The brain trust behind the reason why we're here. His name is Ayo Animashan. He will come up and tell us a little bit more about the Headies, okay? So, Ayo Animashan.
My moment of glory. I don't get to do this all the time. Good afternoon, and I thank everyone for being here. Yes, I really do not know where to start from. I don't know how much you know about the Headies and why, like so many people have asked and complained, this is a Nigerian award, it's for Africa. Why is it going to America at this point in time, this point in the day, this time in the world where it's our time, where our music is now the new music in the world, that where we are the ones selling out shows, with some of the talents that you know. You can count them. I run a channel called Hiptv. For those who know, it's in 44 countries in Africa. I see a lot of artists before they hit the limelight. There are so many that will never hit the limelight if we do not have an opportunity like this. That will not be able to have the opportunity to showcase their talents on a global scale. And that's one of the many reasons why we decided not to continue the same old way, why we decided to move this platform to a different space entirely so that we can showcase our talents on a global scale. This is the 15th Headies. The theme of this year's award is Join the Movement. And it's happening on 4th of September at the Cobb Energy Center in Atlanta. This plaque that you're seeing is the award itself. And this is not less a quality than any one you've seen around the world. Matter of fact, the people producing this are the ones that make the gold for Queen of England. Yeah. So this is as good as it gets when it comes to gold on any platform. We're not cutting corners with this. Every year, we work with the calendar year. You submit your entry in the calendar year, and we have an academy that will take a look and screen those entries. Now, with award shows, sometimes you have like 30 qualified, artists in a category, but it's a lot of job to screen to 5. So when sometimes people say, why is he not nominated? It was probably number 7 on the list, or number 8 on the list, or number 9 on the list. So it's a lot of work to really, really nominate. And if you get to vote, that is what it takes to be nominated.
So how can people in this room get a ticket to the show in Atlanta?
Cobb Energy Center is a 2,700 capacity venue. It's impossible to have everybody there because I know for a fact now that at least 15 private jets are going to be there from Nigeria. A client, one of these sponsors, a round of applause for Lush Air, please. Let me say thank you to Lush. They're flying, they charter one aircraft to put people to come for the awards, but those are the guys that are coming from Africa.
I think it's great that Headies are coming to LA to premiere and showcase the talent that we have across Africa. It's beautiful. With every transition, it's not just about doing things in Africa, it's actually about exporting our culture, our fashion, our music, our food, and everything to do with Africa. This is a great step towards that, and I can't wait to see how it goes.
The Headies coming over into the States, I feel like it could bring a lot of people in. Because people will hear about the Afrobeat movement, and when they hear about the Headies, definitely excited about the Headies coming over to the US.
It's game changing, so for the Headies being here, it's definitely, it's exciting news to know.
It's a pleasure to be here today as a media partner, and what a better way to celebrate Black Music Month than with the announcement that the 15th Annual Headies Award will be here in the US in Atlanta, Georgia in September. Our participation this year comes at a time when Afrobeats has transcended a domestic audience and now has a global sound. If there was any time for the Headies to come to the United States, now is that time. The Africa Channel's mission is to celebrate and amplify African audiences, and we try to have global audiences to entertainment as diverse and bold as the continent itself. And we do this through our 3 businesses. So again, thank you for having us here today, and we look forward to continued collaborations and working with the Headies in Atlanta and onward. Thank you.
It's a pleasure to be here. Obviously, this is a celebration of culture, creativity, and the continent, and therefore it is an honor to have been invited to speak with you and to join you this afternoon. So we're incredibly happy to see the growing creative ties between the United States and the continent, from art, film, music, and sports collaborations. For example, Netflix and Amazon Prime are investing in the Nigerian creative industry. Nigeria's La Vida Studios just announced a 3-year investment deal with Institute Storylab US. And of course, the Headies will be heading to Atlanta for the first time ever this year in September. We believe in the nations of Africa, in the continent-wide spirit of entrepreneurship, passion, and innovation. And it is important that conversations around growth and prosperity are not just limited to government, but to people. And creatives have a significant role to play in that space. You tell our stories, you shape our narrative, and in doing so, you help shape our future. I look forward to joining you in that journey, and in the meantime, Africa to the world.
Once we announce sales of tickets, you better get, because there's not going to be so many tickets for the awards. For an award show, you want the right people, and this is no disrespect, no wrong people, but the music industry people first, because it's their show. Then the media. Even when we do the awards at a bigger venue, 5,000 capacity venue or bigger, that's just 5,000 capacity venue. Millions of people watch at home. This year we're going to be streaming in 89 countries to over 20 million live audience at the awards. Yeah. Another thing that you do not know, I wish I had the digital statistics here. When we have the Headies in Nigeria, it's always live on Hiptv, and we also stream live. It trains #1 in the world and in 15 other countries. What's the award show that happens in Nigeria?
Thank you all for being here. The theme of the show this year for the Headies is Join the Movement. So we are super excited. They wanted me to give a little bit of what's going to happen in the show, so I am actually going to say that because those are surprises. I just want you to know we will be exporting Africa to the US. It will be full of exuberant energy. It will have talent galore. It will be heritage and culture and lots of pride. So please join the movement. Join us in Atlanta, and please hold Africa to the world.
And come on, ladies and gentlemen!
The legend out of my correct building.
This is the 15th Headies. Join the movement.
What's going on, everybody? It's the 15th Headies. Join the movement.